Hi there, this is Jeff from geoffmobile.com. Today I'm going to be doing a video blog using my Google Nexus S Android cell phone. The reason why I'm doing this is because someone at my home is using my regular computer and my camera. So I wanted to still see if I could do a video blog using my phone. What I want to talk about today is about video editing technologies. About a year ago or so, I think it was last year, maybe like July, about a year ago, I made a video where I talked about how I was switching my editing software from from Apple Final Cut Pro 7 to Adobe Premiere CS 5.5. And I was really excited about it, and it definitely has been great. I spent about a year learning how to use Adobe Premiere. It's definitely a very professional software. It can do everything that you need it to do. It's very feature rich. You have total control over your entire video, how it works. And it's very great if you like getting into all the details. But then what I did was I registered for a course at Langara College, which is a local college that offers video courses at a reasonable price. And I asked them what kind of software are they going to be teaching in this course. And to my surprise and my dismay, they said that they would be teaching Final Cut X, or also known as Final Cut 10, which is Apple's replacement to Final Cut 7, software that I abandoned because it was so difficult to use and slow and outdated. So they come up with Final Cut 10, and originally I dismissed Final Cut 10 because I thought that it was going to be like an extended version of iMovie, that the software would not be powerful enough for my needs, and it would be a step downwards from my abilities to do things in Final Cut 7. So I made the jump to Premiere, and definitely a lot of people I talk to who do video editing professionally have moved to Premiere because it allows the similar kind of flexibility and power as Final Cut 7, but it's a lot faster on newer machines, takes advantage of optimized video cards, and is becoming kind of like the professional's choice for most kinds of videos nowadays. The main benefit of Premiere over old Final Cut 7 was that Premiere, you do not have to actually transcode any of your footage from your camera into ProRes, which is the large editing format that Final Cut 7 required, which usually took several hours for even a 5-minute video, at least on my slower computer. So Premiere allows you to edit directly from the original files, like the movie files or AVX HD files, from your camera. Okay, so Apple came out with Final Cut 10, and I recently took this course on how to use it. So what are my thoughts on Final Cut 10? Well, it turns out that Final Cut 10 is really good for certain cases. Like Premiere, it allows you to edit directly off of the files from your camera, so you don't have to wait very long you don't have to wait at all for the conversion process to happen from taking the file from your camera to the format that you're allowed to edit with on your computer. But the main thing I noticed about Final Cut 10 is that it is just really intuitive for someone who has never edited video before. My teacher in my course, Alec Richardson, he was talking about, he teaches a lot of new students who are new to video editing, and he's basically showing them this program. In a matter of a couple weeks, they become really proficient in it, and he's saying that the quality of edits produced by these students is way higher than the quality of edits that even the more experienced students would do on Final Cut 7. That's because Final Cut 7, you have to basically dedicate your craft to it to become proficient in it, whereas Final Cut 10 is more like iMovie, but still adds more flexible controls and power to it, so that if you want to do something more advanced, it is fairly easy to do in Final Cut 10, including advanced color correction. It integrates with Motion, which is Apple's kind of graphics animation software, so you can create your own kinds of animations, transitions, all sorts of cool stuff. So I recently had to teach my partner how to edit a video, and basically they were saying, I showed them Premiere, and they were having a lot of trouble with it. They realized that it's kind of really powerful tool, but it's easy if you don't know how to use the software. It's easy to delete a whole bunch of clips you don't need to, and he was having a lot of trouble, I guess, with getting familiar with the software. It has kind of a steep learning curve, whereas Final Cut 10, is a way easier for someone to learn initially. I'm just waiting for the siren to go away. So anyways, my thoughts are, if you are new to video editing, or you don't want to dedicate your whole life to learning how to become an amazing editor, you just want to make some pretty good edits for maybe your employer, your work videos, or you want to share some videos, family videos with friends, and you want to have a bit more control than what iMovie provides, I think Final Cut X is an excellent choice, and I think Apple is really smart about reducing the price of it. I think it's only $200, much more affordable, and it is very powerful software, but also if you've done any video editing before with iMovie, you'll find it to be a much easier software to use and than Premiere and other tools, but yet giving you the similar kinds of power, flexibility that you would need. There are a few problems with it currently. It's still in a pretty early version of the software, so some things that you think would be obvious and easy to do are not so great, such as there's no way to add a crossfade between audio clips, only audio clips, so it becomes a little bit difficult if you want to make your audio really, really smooth without having to do a whole bunch of annoying things. But in general, I'm really impressed with Final Cut 10, and I would recommend it to anyone who wants to get into video editing, has used iMovie before, or wants to learn about more advanced video editing, but doesn't want to learn all the but the intricacies of a more older style software like Premiere. But if you're totally into video is your life, that you think you want to be a video editor for your career, or a filmmaker, I think it is a good idea to still learn Premiere, especially if you're going to be working in a professional environment. Although my editing teacher did say that he is going to be trying to edit an hour-long TV show for country music television using Final Cut 10. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe there'll be some resistance by his co-editors, or maybe they'll start using Premiere. We'll see what happens. Anyways, thanks a lot for watching, and I hope to continue this discussion with you. If you have any comments about video editing software in general, you can please leave a comment below this video. I'll be happy to reply with my additional information about video editing. And aside from that, I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!